La di da la 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 da 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 da. Welcome to Blinkview, guys. What you guys doing? Let's hope everyone is okay, guys. There's certain things I want to talk about this morning. Here. I um I know I have not been posting, and the main reason for that, remember I told you guys that I was gonna, stop this reacting thing. So yeah, I'm getting ready to move out. But that's next month, really. Next month I'll be doing a island tour, you know, next month, and and that's where I intend to start pushing out some different kind of content. I, as I said earlier, that reaction is like it's too controversial. It's too much, and it go against what, honestly, to say, it go against what I believe in. I know that my channel is gonna slow down, but it's okay. Sometimes you have to give up something to gain something. You know, sometimes the views that we are getting and the fast money that we are looking for, sometimes it's not worth it. It's not worth it, and I don't want anything to be about views. In any sense of the way, I don't want it to be about me getting views for negativity. You know, and I and that is one of the things, why I'm not posting. You know, I know that I engage a lot of people through reaction, or reacting, but you guys, I know that you guys are familiar with the videos also. It's not just because you guys have other channels that you guys watch, and we know the audience. And I just wanna say to you guys, to bear with me, in this travel, in this transition that I'll be making. Just bear with me as I go about doing different kind of work. Because YouTube is a job. So I have thought about it, from a while back, and I decided, well, then, it's best for me to just take a break right now. But I don't want you guys to give up, on me, and things. So that's the main reason for this live today is, engagement. And just I just want to maintain positivity. So my best way of maintaining positivity right now is to go out and do videos that are educational, more meaningful than reacting. Because when I do my videos, 2 3 years from now, somebody can still go back and watch it, instead of me doing reaction video that only lasts maybe 4 to 5 days and it gone, and then you have to be constantly doing that, and the kind of engagement and the kind of um, backlash and the name calling and the disrespect. No, I'm not into that. I don't want that kind of a life. I don't want that kind of a thing around me. I don't want to be reminded of negativity, you know. So that's why. Hi, Karen. I'm not gonna stay away too long, man. I'll be from time to time. I'll be coming on, and engage like with a live or make a one video. But the reacting thing is not for me. It's not for me. I don't like what is like what is going on. Like we are going at each other's throat, and it not look good. Let me put it that way. It not look good to see everybody going on and then it's breathing down hate, animosity, and we shouldn't be going through all these kind of things. We can't use the internet and hate each other. We can't use the internet and chill on each other, and then we call it, as Jamaican would call it, bad mind. You understand? Yes, Nufi. Yeah, we just have to change the strategy sometimes. Sometimes, we have something and we think that it's going good. But so at the end of it, sometimes we just have to give up that good thing that we think is going and do some form of transition. Go through, seek something that is more meaningful. Go somewhere else with, you know, go in a different direction. Because not all things that we think is good. You know, not all things. We have to for me when I started out, right, I was making videos, and I don't know what got into me one day, and I made a video, and the video take off, and it's like honey when you lick you put your finger in a honey and you taste it and it's sweet, so then you're gonna continue, but then when you reach down to the bottom of the jar and realize there is no honey there anymore, to look, what are you gonna do? So I rather go back to what I was originally doing. You know. Yes, Karen. Yes, that's true. People, yes, it can be like that at times. It can be like that at times, and I don't want to have to continue like reacting to a reactor, boom, 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 and then the constant, and then other people they come out and they will throw out a video that is not distasteful, and you're gonna feel some kind of way. And really and truly, I'm not easily broken, but I will. Yes, Karen, you're not Jamaican, but yes, it's okay. You know, I I'm not easily broken, and if somebody says something about me, there's something I can just bite my lips and just move on, but come next month is a total different thing for me in content creation, very different. I just want to do meaningful things. I want to engage in a different way. you know I want my audience to feel free to watch a video knowing then there is no controversy in my videos. There is nothing. It must be educational, meaningful, or doing some sightseeing, showing people different places. That's what I want, and that's how I started out. But as I said, I kind of veer off and went into reacting. And the thing about it, there's always the saying, that there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end of that, it could be detrimental, you know, and that is, I don't want anything that is gonna cause detriment. Yeah, we need more love on you, that's a definite. I shouldn't have. I mean, I watch your videos. I watch other people videos and things, and there are a certain amount of love and respect that we have to display for each other, instead of name calling, and bashing down people and things. And let me tell you something. Sometime in life, you will see things, and some things are better left alone. You understand what I'm saying? Some things are better left alone. Some things you just have to ignore. You know. Yes, Karen. Thank you so very much. Thank you for your kind words. We all have to that's we all have to engage in different ways, and you know it's just like, all right, I'm doing this reacting thing now. Oh, and views are nice. The views are going. But the views that I'm getting, I'm gonna be honest, I appreciate everyone watching my channel. But the views come with a lot of controversy, you know, too much. And the money, I must say this, the money from those views, I don't feel comfortable with it. I'm gonna be honest. The money from those views, the money that I'm making, even though I give it away, because I don't feel comfortable spending that money knowing that I made that money off controversy, or or I have to respond to some form of disrespect. I don't feel comfortable with that kind of money. I don't feel very comfortable with it. And people will say, "Oh, you're good. You're doing this for views, or you're doing this for." No, no. The views is okay, but the money, I don't feel comfortable with it. I'm being honest. I don't feel comfortable spending money that I made from controversy, or people disrespecting me, or I have to go disrespect somebody. No, I don't like that at all. That's not something I cherish. That is not something I embrace. You know. And guys, I just want to say this. Just be on the lookout for better content. You know. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here. I am Miss Margaret. I was watching your channel this morning, and we see how people can be evil. We see how the devil is using a lot of us. And if we continue to let the devil get his way with us, we're not gonna get anywhere. And I watched a video this morning. You're talking about that burn victim down there in Jamaica. I did one little video of it, and I tell myself I'm not making no more video of it. I could have continued making video of it. I tell myself I'm not gonna engage in them kind of things at all anymore, because imagine that was a while of the devil. That was a while of the devil, and so many things could have happened. So many things could have happened at that one gas station. Is a possibility where they could have blown up the gas station and a lot of more people could have get hurt. So people have to know the things that they are doing, and the kind of things they want in life. you know. And as they always say, before hand go to mill, let trash go. And that's why, I said it before that I said it a long time ago, a couple of weeks now, that I would be stepping away from reacting. And I made I haven't made much videos of it anyway. I've not gone to make much more videos. I made 1 and 2 videos just to make sure, I can't, sometimes you just can't go cold turkey. You can't just say, well, then you're jumping off and then leave your viewers and your subscribers who are looking forward to seeing you, or they like to hear when you talk, and they like to see how you deal with certain things, you know. So so rather than doing a reaction video, I say let me go live today. Let me engage. Let me talk to people and let them know what my intents are. I intend on just moving on with my channel in a different direction. So guys, bear with me, as I will be, doing something different. Whatever I'm doing, I want it to be meaningful. I want to be, it to be remembered, years from now, because this YouTube thing, I know it can be, yes, Miss Margaret, the devil has a way of using people. And people today, a lot of people, I'm not gonna say everybody, but we can find ourselves in position. But people today, they don't listen to their heart. And if they are listening very carefully, when they're listening very carefully, and to know that, well, then there's good and bad that live within us. And we have to use the good to cover the bad. For instance, you ever see somebody want to go fight somebody? All right, Nufi, no problem. You ever see that somebody want to go fight somebody, and you hear they'll be saying, if I never one thing, or if you know what the devil tell me if you do. And then in the back of their mind, they'll be like, you're lucky, because my mind tell me if you just leave you alone. Good and evil speaking at the same time. We just have to know which one to listen to. And I've been talked to. A lot of people would think, well then, I just say, well then, I'm just gonna quit. I've been spoken to. I've been spoken to. My heart, I've been spoken to, like, leave reaction alone. It's not for you. Because the constant, even though I know myself, I am not a person who like to come out and be boisterous. I am not a person who like to come out and cuss out people. No. I'm a soft, cool, demeaned person. My demeanor is different. You understand? I'm a loner. I stay mostly by myself. Very seldom you see me around people unless I'm at work and I'm working with people. But I like to stay by myself. My engagement with audience, like no, before I couldn't even, when I come out on YouTube, I didn't even know what to say. I didn't even know how to talk to people in a sense that public speaking, I couldn't do it. But as time progresses, then I find myself talking to people, because I used to make videos, silent videos, like just walking and vlogging and don't say nothing, and then I will just add something to it. And my one of my son, he says to me that you have to talk to people, you have to engage, and yet he's a person that does not talk either. So that's how I say, well then, let me get out of my shell, and let me, like, the introverted way of life, let me try kind of you know ease up on it a little bit, and start to talk to people. You understand? I know, Miss Margaret. I grew up a certain way. My mother, she raised me a certain way, and my mom, 10 of us, she gave birth to 10 children. And let me tell you something. I am the most different one out of all of us. Yeah. Not that they are troublemakers. My no, my brothers and sisters, they don't mess with people, but they're more outspoken than I am. You know. Thank you so much for joining, Kingdom Daughter. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everyone in the chat, and those of you who are listening to me, guys. I just want your input. I just want to keep you guys engaged in whatever I'm doing. That's what I do, Karen. That's what I do. Before I pick up my phone and before I go live, I ask God at all times to direct my path. Lead me in the way that is right. Help me to use the right words, and things like that. Because, and even when I'm going out on the street, I always say, I cannot see around the corner. No one is so great to see around the corner, but God, He sit high and He look low. And He can see. When you look down, he see whatever is going on. So that those are the things that we have to take into consideration. There's a higher power above watching us as human beings, and if we just get up every day and try to be negative, we're gonna always have negative flowing our way. Guys, give me 1 second. I have something on the stove. Let me move it. Yes, guys, I'm back. Yeah. So these are the things that we have to think. So, guys, I'll be embarking next month. I'll be embarking on a 7 days Caribbean tour, and I intend on bringing you guys some content. I will be on a ship. I'll be on a ship. Yes, guys, I love to cruise. I'm always like going on cruise for the past probably for the past 12, 13 years. I've been doing the cruise twice a year. And I never thought of, like, then, making films for YouTube and things like that. But until not last year, the year before, December, I made a video and I see where it went viral, and that's when I decided, well then, I'm just gonna do this YouTube thing. So in my travel, I'll be making videos and things like that. So I just wanna share that, guys. I'll be sharing a lot with you guys. Even when I'm on there, I'll be going live, and showing you guys. That's how it is. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So that's what I'll be doing, guys. And I just want to say thanks to everyone that's here right now. I just want to thank you for your time. Thank you for trusting me, that I will, bring forth something different, positivity. You know, that's what I want, guys. That's what I want to do. You know, that's I started out a certain way and I found myself veer off, and I have to go back on the street that I was walking, that I veer off of. You know, and I really appreciate those of you who, you know, in my comment section, who those of you who gave me kind words and words of advice, and those of you who accept the fact that, you know, I can pull away from this, and I can still engage with you guys in a different way. You know, I don't wanna be on here with anything that's gonna cause heat. We are grown people. You know, I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not a teenager. I'm not, you know, I'm way up there. I'm past ups, you know, adult. And to see, you know, the way how people are demeaning each other. I've been called some nasty names. You know, and I embrace it. I'm not gonna hit back with anything nasty. I'm not gonna come back out and call anybody any derogatory names. Sometimes my view might come across a certain way, but I'm not gonna be, you know, calling people out of their names, or stuff like that. I don't want that. I see where I engage in saying something. I wouldn't say it was negative. I wouldn't say it was negative because I only lash back at a person, but I did not call a person any derogatory name. You know, and I don't want that to ever happen again. It's not something that I condone, and I very, you know, I very seldom get angry. Very seldom. I really don't push my voice more than you're hearing it right now. Yeah, I know. I'm not a spring chicken. Yeah, I know that because I can still do my 100 push-ups. I keep, you know, I exercise and things like that, and I try to keep my health a certain way, you know, keep my, you know. But yeah, but once we have life, we can do things. You know, we can once we have life, we're not sick, and we can move about. We can do positive things. We can do great things. You know, so that's just it, guys. That's just it. I am grateful. I am grateful. You know, and bear with me, guys. You know, my viewers, my subscribers. Yeah, bear with me. I'll be bringing forth more positivity. Um, Let me read this comment. It is impossible to do a good thing without attracting hate. Jesus himself could tell you that. Yeah, we all, yeah. Yeah, Jesus Christ was, yeah, he was crucified, you know, and yet still, you know, but that was his, you know, that was God gave him up for, you know, so that we might live. But yes, even though that, you know, that happened, you know, Jesus Christ got crucified on the cross for us that we might live. Still we're acting like we don't want to live because mankind could live for a minute, for a long time, but it's the way that we behave and the projection at times. You know, we push ourselves into things that, you know, we're not supposed to. You know, so that's how it goes sometimes. You know, I must say this because I mostly get emotional being happy than emotional being sad. And when I talk, thank you so much. Yes, we have to take a different turn in life at times. We have to do things different at times. You know, no, I'll not. That is something I am not gonna do. When negativity, people want to talk about me, I ignore it. I stay silent. Just, you know, I can stay off YouTube. I can stay off the YouTube and let everything just flow and don't say anything. I will not come out blazing at anybody. I very seldom even wanna like in my comment section you will notice that I will just give a love and a like most of the time. I very seldom like text back because that can also bring controversy where people start to disrespect you, and writing things about you, and it's gonna be there. I don't want that. And quite frankly, if I should say this, my kids, they don't want me into. They're grown people, but one of my two of my sons, as a matter of fact, yeah, two of my sons called me up and it's like, Dad, I don't like that. I said, but I'm not cussing. Yeah, but I don't like what they're saying about you. So don't do no more reaction. And it wasn't just them that tell me that. I was, my inner being, my own person told me that. But the way I raise my kids, they know that, it wouldn't be wise to be engaging in certain activities or certain kind of behavior on the internet, because it is not looking good. I don't want to be a part of that. And I just want to say to all the reactors out there, just be respectful to each other. Stop tearing on each other. You know, yeah. Stop. Things happen in life, and we can move past things that happen in life. And I just want everybody to just, you know, do what they're supposed to in a right and proper way. You know, don't be, like I see where I've been called names that I never expected somebody would brand me. I never thought somebody would want to brand me and call me certain names, but that's how it is. That's how it is. Yes, Karen, I'll definitely take it easy. I'll definitely take it easy. It's life. Miss Margaret, I appreciate. Let me tell you something too, Miss Margaret. Your words, sometimes I read your comments, and let me tell you something. I just smile. Honestly, I just smile, because your words, they're powerful. You're very powerful with your words. I'm telling you that right now because and words of encouragement is always good, you know. And I always look forward to seeing you comment on my videos, honestly. But yeah, I have to take a different route now, you know. I want to keep my channel. I want my channel, I want my channel to be remembered as a channel that, people can say, well, then, Blinkview used to do this or Blinkview used to do that, rather than, saying all the negative stuff. Shanja K, thank you for joining. Let me read your comment here. Morning Blink, what you're about to do with the traveling will be a good move. Sometime in life, you have to sacrifice and get ahead. Stay positive. Yes, that's the same thing I'm saying. That we have to give up something to gain something. That's what I've been saying. You know, guys. Give a thumbs up to the live, guys. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Sometimes you're out here and you're getting views and you feel like it is the right way, but sometimes the right way can be the wrong way. And sometimes you just have to sacrifice something. The channel might slow down. It might take me a while to really build up, but if the subscribers are engaging, fine. It would, you'll still have your views. But sometimes when you do something different, the algorithm don't recognize that you're doing now as what you're doing then. So it will take a little time to bounce back. But sometimes you just have to give up something to gain something. If it means that you're gonna give it up for peace of mind, go ahead and do it. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I am doing right now. You know, that's what I'm doing right now, and that's why I say let me do this live this morning, just so I can engage with everybody and let you guys know exactly that I'm not going cold turkey and leaving you guys in the dark, and you guys gonna wonder, but where Blink is. Haven't seen Blink in a while. So that's how it is. Yeah, that's how it is, guys. I appreciate everyone, and thanks for the words of encouragement. Thanks for your kind words. Those of who bash me, thanks also, because what happened, words of encouragement push me. And And when you come with negativity, it empowers me. That's how I always been. You know, growing up, I was told some hurtful words at times by even my siblings. They would deal with me a certain way, but pity they didn't know they were empowering me, because I tell myself I will not be the same person forever. You know, and it didn't make me boisterous, or come out being thing, going to jail, or no. No, my mother taught me some things from a young age, that, today I'm living by them. It's the way, I was raised, you know, a person of, my mother was a calm lady, a very calm lady, and I find myself being the same way, and my kids are the same way, very calm. My kids, the only friends they have is one another. They don't try to go out and be in any bad company and stuff like that. Yes, yes, Kingdom Daughter. I will do that. Definitely, I will be doing that. I'll be doing that. I never like go out of character. I don't go out of character. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't go to party. I don't go do none of those stuff. It's work and home, work and home. I work in New York, and I live in Connecticut. I basically live 80 miles away from New York. And if I'm not at work, I am home. you know this week I have no work this week, because I have to wait on certain things. So I say, let me just stay home, and just relax, and enjoy life. And I very seldom I even want to sit down in front of the camera right now. But I have to. Everybody do their things different. Everybody engage differently. Some people have a hype and they talk loud. Some people have a soft demeanor, and they just talk like me. That's just me. But yes, guys, I'll be taking you on my journey. Every step of the way, I'll be taking you on my journey. From my start, I will go live, and in the meantime, I'll be sending out videos, and you know so as to keep you guys in my life. Because that's how I see YouTube. If you have an audience, your audience automatically, I think, sometimes become your family. You keep engaged, and you know thing, because, as I say, guys, I'm a loner, but with you guys in my life, you know I'm happy. I'm happy to have everyone on my channel. I'm very happy. you know Let me see which other comment I can. Let me see, read something here, guys, and then let me see. Yeah, yes, guys. So I will be embarking on this thing, and I'll be going to, I think, 7 different islands in the Caribbean. Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Island. I'll be going to Antigua. I've been going to St. Kitts and Nevis, and I think, I'm not sure. I gotta have to look at the other one, but that's those 6 that I named. I'll be going there, and I will be bringing it back to you guys. I want you guys to be on my travel with me, and after I come back, then I know I'll be doing other things. Um, Sandra K, I know that you're a great supporter of YouTubers. I see that. I see that, and we met over there in Randingo, and I'm just so and the thing about it, I want to see even Randingo succeed. That I just keep running, even though he's not doing anything. I keep running his live. I From time to time, I just put on my laptop and just let it stay there, run his live, so he can get his watch hour up. So I hope by the time he get back, other people are helping him same way, so he would be able to get back. Which one of the islands, Sanja K? You are going on my island. I grew up on that. Will be excited to see. Which one of the island is that, Sanja K? Oh, St. Thomas USV. I've been there. I've been to St. Thomas so many times. I've been to St. Thomas like about 6 times. But the thing about St. Thomas right now that I really wanna go back to. I want to go back to Megan's Bay Beach because I want to document, because so many things happen on that beach. That beach was used for so many different videos and stuff like that. And I've been there, and I just want to go back there just for this now to document the beach and go around in St. Thomas. You know, I like St. Thomas. I like St. Thomas. So I'll be bringing you. Yes, Megan's Bay is it's a very beautiful beach. Very beautiful. So I am to watching it and ask for him via his phone is not connecting. We are concerned since. Yes, you see down there, since the hurricane, the internet system in Jamaica is not so good. They're working on it, but it's not so good, and especially down there where Randingo is. But hopefully we'll have him back soon. He'll be up and running soon. Yeah, but I keep running his live. Sometime I give him on the weekend I'll give him a 18-hour run. With my just do his playlist, and just leave it so he could get his watch hour. So by the time he come back, he should be good. You know. And Sandra K, one of the things is I've been contemplating that I would move to St. Thomas. If it's not St. Thomas, it's St. Croix. But I've been thinking about moving to one of those islands. So when I retire, probably that's what I'll be doing. Yeah, Randingo used to have some very good class over there. Yes, Randingo is good with whatever he does. Yes. I will be doing that. I will be doing that. I'll be sending out pictures. I'll be posting pictures. I'll be sending out videos in the meantime. I made sure, guys, to pay for my internet service on that boat. That means when I'm out there and I'm editing, I can be pushing out videos and they'll be coming out. I made sure to pay for that. My internet. Because, if you're out there and you don't pay for it, then you can't do nothing. So I made sure that I pay for everything that I need, and have everything at my disposal. Yeah. So I will be going live, and I will be thing, but most of my videos I will be sending out 1 or 2 videos from the boat. Yes, St. Kitts is beautiful also. I've been there before. I've been to St. Kitts before, and I'll be sending out some videos from there. But I know I'm gonna have to film a lot, and it's gonna be a lot of editing when I get back. So I will still be having even more videos, because I want to get as much footage as possible on this adventure that I'm going on. Um, yeah, the beach, you see the thing about it, guys. Flying, I don't like flying. I do not like flying. I do not I don't like planes. I do take the plane, but it's not my go-to, source of travel that I really like. But the ship, I could live on a ship. I could live on a ship. I could stay on a ship for the rest of my life. Just be on top of the water. It was peaceful. It's therapy, and that's what I love. I love the water. So that's why I like to go on the ship. and you get to go more places in one trip, you know. Sandy says she loves flying. I don't like it at all. I don't like that turbulence thing, you know. I don't like it. I don't like it. You know, my biggest scare one time, you know, let me share this with you, know, in 2002, yes, in 2002, I was on a flight going to Jamaica. And let me tell you something. When the plane got hit, I thought the plane was finished. I didn't. I can't believe that the plane really got back into flying mode, guys. The turbulence was so bad, you know, and coming back the same week, like flying back to the United States. Let me tell you something. It was the same way, and that's when I developed this phobia, you know, of flying, you know. And since then, I never really like recover 100% from it, but I'm trying to get back there, but I rather to be on the I rather to be on the boat. Okay, that's why it doesn't bother you, Shanjaki. Okay, that's why it doesn't bother you. You know, when I listening, I am not going conference call. My apologies. Okay, okay, Kingdom Daughter, not a problem, not a problem. Thank you for being here. Thank you for you know, thank you for your engagement. Thank you for your support. So, guys, you know, thank you all so much. You know, thank you all so much for being here. You know, and this live, guys, is just to let you know my intent. You know, my intent. A lot of you encourage me to stop reacting. I admire that because you know. Okay, okay, Kingdom Daughter. Yes, a lot of you guys, you know, encourage me, and I can't see where somebody's gonna encourage somebody to do the better for themselves and think it's bad. You know, we just have to give up something sometimes. Not every dollar is a good dollar. It depends on how you earn it. And making money out of you know, controversy and stuff like that is not good. Hello, Mamsi. Hello, Mamsi. Hi, guys. Let me tell you something. You see, when you're nice to people, people be nice to you. I have a I have a short that I just put out, and it's a lady. She's a YouTuber. Her name is Mamsi Jet, and she's the one who sent that song for me from all the way from the Philippines. She composed it and she played her, you know, her guitar and everything like that, and she sent me that. And guys, I'll be using that in some of my videos. You know, she made it specially for me, and Mamsi, big up yourself, respect. You know, thank you for your song to my channel. I'll be using it. You know, she also created me a nice thumbnail that I'll be putting on my live. Guys, you know, I have people out here that really, you know, I've been engaging with now for a year, and you know, they are lovely people. You guys are awesome people. You know, I've never seen where one of my subscribers ever tell me to do anything bad or encourage me to do anything bad or anything like that. And that's, I'm grateful because you know, everybody react different. Everybody, you know, they do things different. And I just have to say to you guys that I respect every comment, you know, good and bad, as I say, because good and bad, you know, negative and positive, they work together. Because you know, a negative charge without a positive charge, you're not gonna get a light bulb to glow. So when I get any negative, you know, comment, I use that as fuel to push me to go further. You know, Kingdom Daughter, that's true. That is so true. That is so true. But that is so true. But sometimes even if you react to the positive, you're still gonna get hit. Regardless, you're still gonna, and even if I go out there and I'm doing videos, you're still gonna find people who gonna come at me, or go at somebody else. You understand? For instance, let me just say this. For instance, like Color Smith. All Color Smith do is cook and is an adventure and he do his videos. He's not a reactor. But yet still you see what happening. You understand what I'm saying? So in life, no matter what we do, we're gonna get hit hard. You understand? We're gonna get hit. Even when you don't bother nobody. So, but with the difference though with reacting, like you sit down and you're reacting, it's just like you're calling down, you know, people. It's just like you're inviting people to come at you. Rather than when you make a video, you put up your video and your video get all the comments, you go and you read and you answer to who you want to answer to, and every now and then you do a live. But the constant engagement of reacting is not. I don't like that. I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to do that no more. I just want to stay away from it. No matter how positive I can be, I just want to stay away from it. You know. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys, as long as you guys are there and you guys, when I post a video, you guys get the ping, that I post a video. That's enough for me. You know. So for those of you who didn't hit the bell, you can, hit the bell so when I post, you guys, will be notified. You know. That's so true, Sandra K. That's so true. And people, let me say this. Sandra K, I admire you as a subscriber. I admire you so much from Randingo's channel because that's where I met you. I admire you so much for the way, if you was a YouTuber, trust me, you would be a very good YouTuber. I thought at one time you had a channel. If you were a YouTuber, trust me, but we just have to be nice to each other. And you know, um, when I was asking, people to be peaceful, I remember when I came out on the platform, and when I came out, I was, there talking to people and asking people to be peaceful and things like that. That is when, you know, I don't even want to say his name, but he was behaving so bad for an elder, and I tried to calm him down and give him some words and things, and he used that as a weapon against me to say then I was trying to run his life. I was trying to tell him what to do, but I never called him out of his name or curse him out, never. And let me tell you something that I'm getting from that man now, and I'm looking at it like no, life has better to offer than those kind of a sinful act because you know so I don't want a kind of life. I don't want a kind of life. I don't want my kids to see them kind of things about me, for them to tell me to stop reacting. And trust me, if they tell me come off of YouTube completely, I would probably do it too, because that's a respect. I grow them to respect people, and I still have to show them respect. you know but they told me to change my strategy, like go back to your video making because that's something you like, so just do it. But you know reacting to him. So my people, this live is not gonna be like a long live, but thanks for being here with me. I'm gonna go get my truck service now because I have an appointment with them at 10:30, and I have to drive there. So I'm gonna yes, I'm a good swimmer. I've been swimming since I was like 3 years old. I'm a good swimmer. I grew up in the Black River in Jamaica, so I'm a very good swimmer, strong swimmer too. Yes, I'm not scared of the water. I am not scared of the water, and that's why I try to keep my body in shape. You know, yeah, but I'm a very good swimmer. Yeah, I remember down in Ocherias one time. I was swimming. Let me give you a joke, people. I was swimming with this girl. I saw the girl, and I like the girl. Let me give you this a little story. And I like the girl, and I said, well, then I was 19 years old, and I like the girl, and okay, Sandra K, and I like the girl, so I decided no, I was gonna go swimming with her. So out down here in Miami Bay Beach, and we were swimming out to go to the buoy. And this guy, he claimed he liked her too, so he was there coming. And guys, when we reached half of the way, I look around, I didn't see the guy. He was gone. I'm like, what happened? And I turn around, and when I look now, I see him come back up, and I said to the girl, listen to me, he's drowning. And she's a very good swimmer. And she said that's his problem. And guys, I turned back. And let me tell you something, I went for him, and I had to take that guy from under the water. And I swam about, I don't want to over exaggerate, probably about 450 feet. I had to take him back to the shore. Let me tell you something, guys. If I couldn't swim, if I wasn't strong, guy would be a dead man. So yes, I can swim. I can swim very well. Even until today, I can swim very well. I'm not scared of the water. You know. So thanks everyone. I have an appointment to go get my vehicle service. So I will see you in the next live, guys, and I'll keep you guys informed at all times. I'll let you see my travel. I'll take you guys with me. Thank you so much, Kingdom Daughter. I appreciate you being here, and I thank you for your kind words. Miss Margaret, Sandra K, Karen, those of you who engaged me this morning. For those of you who did not come out and say anything, thank you. Thank you also for watching. I'm gonna end this live right now, and I'll be going to get my vehicle service so I can go to work tomorrow. All right, guys. So have a peaceful, have a blessed one, and wonderful day, and always remember, let us pray for each other. you know yes, Miss Margaret, you're welcome. Let us always pray for each other, in our going out and our coming in. And we talk sometimes, before we say anything, let us always remember to ask God to guide our lips, give us wisdom to understand the things that are going on around us. So guys, I just want to say thank you so much, and have a blessed and wonderful day. Oh, yes, there's some very Guyana. There are some big rivers in Guyana, very serious. I don't know if I would jump in them, but need be, probably I would, you know. But anyway, guys, Psalm 119, 105. Yes, I will check that out. I will check that out. Psalm 9, yeah, 119, 105. I will check that out. So, guys, thank you guys for being here. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace be unto every one of us, and always remember, ask God to guide us daily, minutely, hourly. No matter what we do, have some form of engagement with God, and we will live at peace. One love. I'm out, guys.